Well, for more, let's cross to Ouagadougou and speak to Sophie Lamott in the capital. Hello to you, Sophie. A call for calm there. They're saying all things have returned to normal, but it's still armed men in fatigues on the national broadcaster. I'm not sure the tensions are going away anytime soon.
Well, you've just heard this very short statement. The newly self-appointed leader, Ibrahim Traoré, said the situation was under control, and he's calling for a return to, peace and stability, calling for an end to acts of vandalism, notably on French, public buildings. So we've seen this morning, yesterday, reports, and we've spoken to people inside the French assembly in Ouagadougou. They said that groups were gathering in front of the assembly, embassy, and they were trying to enter the perimeter. They were not able to enter, but they were throwing stones, they were throwing Molotov cocktails, burning tires in front of the French embassy. We've also seen and heard reports from ransacking in the French Institute in Ouagadougou. But another interesting point of this very short address is that Ibrahim Traoré did not mention President Demiba, who himself took power in January 2022. He was the leader, up until a few days ago when the situation started, a potential military coup. He did not mention his whereabouts, but he did take the time to mention Emmanuel Zongrana, which is who is what many consider to be a promising officer, and he was himself arrested in early January this year. He was suspected of planning a coup. It is notable that he would mention his name in such a short address. We're not going to read into it too much, but the main takeaway from his speech, I think, was to bring back peace and stability in the streets of Ouagadougou, even though they are very crowded at the moment.
Yeah, and Sophie, tell us more about what the situation is like on the ground where you are.
Well, the situation now on the ground is very celebratory. We've seen thousands of people take to the streets of Ouagadougou, especially around the Prime Minister's office and around the telecommunications centre. That's where Ibrahim Traoré was giving his nation address, and he's been driving around in his military tank, standing up. People can see him, people are cheering on, people are screaming, President, President. Overall very celebratory atmosphere, and we'll be seeing how this situation develops.